life fixers. Hope you're having an awesome day. Are you ready to rewire your brain for using cause and effect? Cause and effect is something you heard so much about, but does your brain actually use it? And if it does, to what extent? Okay, now you know what cause and effect is. I don't have to tell you that cause is something that happened and effect is what's going to happen afterwards. But where does it show up in your life that you don't realize? Let's start with something extreme. Someone who overeats, overdrinks, takes drugs, something like that. And then the next day they are don't feel good afterwards, right? Like a hangover, or they feel sluggish in the morning. That is a cause and effect. So you're like, I don't really care right now. I want to drink this alcohol, and you go and you drink it. And then the next day you're like, I shouldn't have done that, right? How many times do we do that with eating, with alcohol, with smoking? Everyone has their own things. Some people it's overworking, different people have different things that like, and you promise yourself that tomorrow you're not going to do it. When you wake up in the morning and then 12 hours later, you're like, actually, I need this to survive. But you don't, not that you don't think, you know, there's a lot of other things in the way that you decide it's worth it for you to continue doing this cause and continue having this effect instead of saying, hey, what can I do to change this so that way I'll have a different effect? Maybe I can go and get help. Maybe I can go and find a better coping mechanism, a healthier coping mechanism. Maybe I can process my emotions, something else of the sort. So that way I don't need any of these drugs, anything else to go and just numb my pain. Right now, it could also be something smaller. It doesn't have to be something so extreme. It could be that you're going to push off your housework, and then it comes 12 o'clock and your kitchen is a mess and your dining room is a mess and you want to go to sleep, but you don't want to leave everything like this and come downstairs tomorrow morning and see the mess that you see. So again, cause and effect. This is because you kept on pushing it off and you want to go and change that, right? So what does this have to do with marriage? And what does this have to do with the previous episode with Robert? Well, as you know, Robert gave us 6 issues, 6 things that can cause problems in your marriage. And if you don't take care of them, then they are going to cause problems in your marriage. So just saying, I don't really care about this psychological thing or behavior. I'm just going to have this little bad behavior and I'm just going to go and do it. And then later on, it's going to grow into something bigger. That is an effect of a cause that you could have dealt with earlier, right? So what I want you to do is stop and think, write it down, even better. Some sort of action that you don't love the response that it's giving you, something that is happening, or maybe your partner's not liking it and you're not really wanting to change it. And write down another 3 options. What else can you do instead that will create a different response? Maybe it will be a good response, but if you can't think of any good ones, then just think of something crazy. So at least your brain will laugh and will start getting you to think in a new direction. So anything else that happens to you today for the rest of the day, think about it. What was the cause of that response? Now, don't go and blame someone. You're here to take responsibility for it and see what you can do to go and change it without changing other people, right? If you want to rewire your brain deeply and really have your brain thinking of these things and having the tools you constantly need to get out of these situations and prevent these situations, right? As Robert said, the best things is the prevention. Then head over to lifefixuniversity.com/your brain rewired and get yourself on the wait list. You will be so glad that you did. Have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next episode. Bye for now.
That's all for this episode of the Life Fix University podcast, but I have a huge favor to ask of you that will not only support the show, but will also help the people you love most. We are striving for 1 million downloads by the end of 2025, and we can't do this without your help. If you love this episode, please share it with 2 of your family and friends so they too can rewire their brains to have an extraordinary marriage. It was awesome spending time with you, and I'll see you on the next episode.